Lincoln Mitchell, how y'all doing? Let's get this is going to be a good one. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Please let me do it on the first take. Nadex versus new CME Micro Minis. People, this is going to be good. Um, let's start right out the gate. Let's talk about the fees. Nadex. Nadex has $1 in and $1 out. So if you go in Nadex, that's $1. If you come out, that's another dollar. And then you normally have about a $4 spread. So on Nadex, you're looking at least $6. You're looking at least $6 round trip. That's going in and that's going out. Okay. On E-minis, I did this. I did a video on my YouTube, my Facebook just recently. You're looking at about $3.50 round trip. That's to go in and to come out. Right here on the new E-minis. To go in and come out. Right? So, now let's get back to the next level. Time limit. Everybody knows Nadex has a time. Everybody knows that. You are definitely subject to the Greeks, which was going to be our next one. You have a time limit for expiration. The new E-minis, you don't. You don't have a time limit. And then, here go another thing. As much as you have to do the deposit with Nadex now, the deposit is even cheaper with the new E-minis. So Nadex, you're definitely going to have your hands full with this new juggernaut that's coming out. So, hold on, let me put this on one of these new E-minis. Make sure y'all look at the screen. So, Nadex, when you first start, I think it's $250 deposit. The new E-minis, you can deposit roughly about $150. So you're looking at $100 less right there off rip. Let's talk about what's next. The Greeks. Nadex, you are definitely subject to your intrinsic value, your theta, your time decay, all the Greeks. Futures, believe it or not, they really don't have a Greek. But when I pulled up my account one time, and I'm almost certain it said something with Delta on it. I'm positive it did. But I'm almost certain it did, man. But let's stay with this right now. We want to say no Greeks that I'm aware of with futures, that I am aware with. Okay, so let's get back to that. Break even point. People, this is important. People, this is important. Break even point. Everybody knows when it comes to Nadex, all you need is that one tick in the money and you got it good. But remember, if you want to get a break even point, you still need $8 if you're not going to close that trade out. So let me say that clearly. If you're going to leave it to expiration, all you need is that one tick and you get that, that $100 increment, whatever it is. But now, if you are going to get out of this trade, you're going to have to see whether you in or out of the money, because your intrinsic value going to kick in or your theta might hurt you. So your break even point on Nadex could somewhat vary, but it should be somewhere close to $6. So you're going to need at least a $6 move to break even. Right, like right now, that's $4, but you need $2. That's just the break even. So you're still looking at that $6. But remember, to get that whole $100 cap, you only need that one tick. All right. Break even on E-minis. I did this. On ES, you need roughly about 3 ticks, because ES is the most expensive. It's $125 per tick. Now, the rest of them, NQ, YM, and the other 3, you need 6 ticks. That's the reason why I put 6 ticks, because you got 3 of them that you need 6 ticks on, versus ES, you only need 3 ticks. So you're really going to be looking at basically a minimum of 6 ticks unless you're trading the E-minis. So this is important. You're not going to expire these, because these usually go in and out the money. Your return on your investment. Your RI. Okay. This is important too. This is a little tricky with Nadex, because a lot of people do this in Nadex. You know what? This one. Let's say this is a buy. A lot of people do this with Nadex right here. They would buy at $75 because they think it's in the money. But remember, now you're only going to make $25. I mean, $25. E-minis, you can do the same thing without a time delay, without the time kicking in, and you can swing it more. Now, when it comes to swinging trades, oh, E-minis are going to run circles around damn Nadex. There's nothing. And believe and people, they both using the same thing. They both are following tracking the futures. E-minis are just the smaller futures instead of the big boys. So this number right here, which is the Russell, would be the same number as this right here. So 68.10. Oh, that's I clicked on one, didn't you? This is, there we go. Right there, 35, 10, 36, and this is going to be the same, 36, 35. So the indicative price or the current price is the same. People, I think this micro E-minis are definitely something to look into. I think that it's going to really put a dent into Nadex. I really truly think it is. I think it's going to hurt Nadex by far for many reasons. For many reasons. I noticed that expiration's off from one of these. This is 35. Oh no, that's right. I was looking at 21. Both of them have their pros. Both of them have their cons. I think Nadex is going to feel this new CME E-minis. I really truly do. I think they're going to feel it bad because I think that right now, pound for pound, the way I'm looking at it, the new E-minis are really going to put a dent in Nadex. I think Nadex is going to lose a lot of customers over these new E-minis. I really truly do, especially customers that work. I really truly do. Because if you look at Nadex, let's use Nadex spread for instance. This spread is $4. That's a $4, 4 points. Damn, that's 4 points. That's a 4-point spread, people. That's pretty huge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with their strike prices. Do you understand what I'm saying about the spread? I'm talking about from strike to strike. This right here is 4 points. But let's get one that's going to expire soon. Let's get this one. Okay, so that's still 4 points. 4 points is pretty big in damn futures. 4 points is 16 ticks. 16 ticks. On this one, you're looking at basically 16, 50 cents. That's $8. So if that's the case, if you're looking at strike prices, once again, the E-minis are going to beat it again. They're gonna beat it out. You're talking about a 6. You're talking about 4 points, which is 16 ticks. That's a huge move, people, when you're talking about these strikes. And I know a lot of people are saying, hey, but what if I buy this strike? What if I buy that strike? You got to understand how far it takes you to get in and out the money. And a lot of people are going to be buying. One bad thing about, and the reason why I'm bringing that up, one bad thing about Nadex, and it's not Nadex, it's actually traders like myself. A lot of times we buy out of the money or we buy deep in the money. And that's kind of scary. A lot of times people buy these lotto tickets like this. They buy these lotto tickets. Hold on, where one do you get lotto tickets at? They buy a lotto ticket like that to get the 54. To get the 55, right? Well, to get the 52. Well, right now, that is over $20 away. That's 80 ticks. So that's 20 points, 80 ticks. If you're going to do something like that, you'll make a killing with new E-minis on something that big. If you're going to buy a lotto ticket like that, you better off risking $3. Now, oh, Lincoln, you forgot the caps. Ooh, no, I didn't. You forgot the losses. No, I didn't. Let's get down to it. Drawbacks. Nadex, the drawbacks just going to hurt you with your theta kicking in. Don't let me forget whipsaw. The drawback on Nadex, you know you're going to be capped out. So no matter what happens on this one, if I'm buying this, I know I'm only going to lose $53. That's it. I know I'm going to lose 53. There's nothing else that can happen. It can't get no worse than that. Well, now E-minis, it depends on, you know, how you got it done. I got mine at 100. I think it's 100 right on this one. And then I just adjusted. So I got 100. So I'm looking at almost basically $50 again. So I only got about 50 ticks. So that's 50 cents a tick. Once again, E-minis kind of got it good. But now remember, if you change this, now you kind of over, y'all know I'm getting at with this. With the regular E-minis, it can go back pretty far. You can still be in that trade. But the best thing about the regular E-minis is you're not going to be subject to that delta, that theta, which is perfect. So when it starts going back on you, one thing about Nadex, if that thing goes back on you, this thing will change from $40 to goddamn $23 quick. It goes back and forth. Versus your new E-minis is not going to do that. It's going to stay with the same price. So if you're going back 10 ticks, it's still going to be negative $5. $5. Am I right? Yeah, negative $5. Versus this one, this thing goes back against you 10 ticks. You probably won't have no money left. The caps. Nadex, you're still capped at $50, no matter what happens. The $100 increments, y'all know what I'm saying, but since we have 50 right here, I'm just using, you're only going to make $46 off this trade. The new E-minis, if I do that same trade, it can go to the moon, and I can make a killing. I could keep going and keep going. There's no cap on the new E-minis. People, these new E-minis, especially for people that's working, and please go to my Facebook, look on my Facebook for that video I did with the fees. It's a really good video. I guess I should have went to my Facebook, huh? Make sure you go look at it. I'm telling you now, these things are something to be reckoned with, especially for people that's working. If you're working every day, I really think this is something you should really, really take a good look at. You should really, really take a good look at. If you're working, take a good look at these new E-minis. I think I covered the board on that. I think I covered most of everything I could cover. Did I? People, they're really something, and especially if you're working, especially if you like swing trading and position trading, I think these new E-minis are perfect for you. I really do. I think they're going to run circles around Nadex. I really, truly do. I'm a fan of what makes money. I do this every day. I have to look at things different than most people look at things. I have to narrow it down than the way most people look at it. These new E-minis are definitely something to be reckoned with, people. I'm telling you now. All right? Lincoln Mitchell.